My soul is trapped in a Twitch streamer's pet dog. He's having a bad run in his ranked games. He slams his phone on the desk and yells into his microphone, "I could find a dog that plays better than you guys." The viewers in the livestream chat start flaming him. "If you suck, practice more. Don't call yourself a gamer. You're an embarrassment to the rest of us." Liam the streamer is furious at being mocked. He calls out Lulu, and I happily trot over to him. Live on camera, he shoves a tablet under my paws and quickly starts a new game with me as his partner. After one round, the chat goes wild. I must be dreaming. I just saw a dog play League of Legends. Thank you for clicking on another handpicked story from the Fallen Heiress. You must be gorgeous inside and out. Get ready, because the main story is about to begin. After a car accident, my soul ended up in the body of a pet dog. My owner is a small-time gaming streamer who never shows his face. He works his butt off every day playing games, and he has to spend his earnings on feeding me. Honestly, what a tough life. Today, he's playing a ranked match. The moment the first curse word leaves his mouth, I know he's going to lose. Sure enough, 15 minutes later, he's cursing out his teammate's mother before jumping into the next match. In this next game, he curses out another teammate's father. My ears twitch and I look up at him with my big round eyes. His face is dark with anger. Even though he's about to explode, he starts yet another game. After losing several games in a row, Liam has worked his way through cursing the entire family tree of every teammate he's had. His chat is full of negative comments. Can this streamer even play? In esports, being a noob is the ultimate sin. You play like trash and then blame your teammates for everything. Liam's face is grim. Reading the chat's comments makes him let out a bitter laugh. He points to his stats as the jungler. 16 kills, 2 deaths, 6 assists. Who's the noob here? Even a dog would learn how to play after this many games. The viewers fire back. Then let a dog play. Maybe you should order less takeout because you're serving up nothing but trash. Liam goes quiet. He looks up at me and I stare back with my little button eyes. After a moment, he calls me. "Lulu, come." I get up, wag my tail, and prepare to offer up my furry body for some comforting pets. But I never expected this. In front of his entire stream, he puts a tablet right under my paws. He starts explaining. Watch closely. Skill 1 is crowd control, Skill 2 is attack, Skill 3 is a shield. When the yellow bar is gone, jump off to recharge it. Got it? It doesn't matter if you don't. We learn from experience. He pauses for a second, then adds, "And it's okay if we lose. Those noob teammates are clueless pigs. You're just a cute little dog." I rub my head against his arm. "All right, you feed me well and keep my coat shiny. I won't let you down." Meanwhile, his stream is getting more popular. He usually only has 200 or 300 viewers, but as he's teaching me, the count climbs to 500. Messages fly up the screen. Giving up on being a pro streamer? Trying a new gimmick? I'll admit, you got my attention. You're the first person I've seen make a dog game. Liam uses my paw to tap the screen a few times, testing to see if my paw pads can activate the skills. They can. He immediately starts a duel match with me. To be honest, Liam doesn't actually expect a dog to play the game. He's just really, really mad. I swipe my paw on the tablet. Besides the tricky movement controls, everything else is pretty easy. The game starts. He goes to the blue buff in the jungle while I stay at the fountain trying to get the hang of the controls. After Liam clears his red buff, he helps our bottom lane ADC get a kill. Only after he secures the first kill do I finally stumble out of the fountain. Our ADC, who has been struggling alone, starts typing in the team chat, "Hey, support, is there a party in the fountain? We got another troll." I pretend I can't see it
After all, what can a little dog understand? Liam is playing fast in this game. After helping the ADC, he cuts through the mid lane, helps our mid laner get a kill, then comes over to me. Seeing that I haven't reached level 4 yet, he takes the tablet, levels up my skills for me, and positions my character next to the ADC. The moment our ADC sees me coming, he walks into the jungle and starts attacking small monsters, abandoning the minion wave completely. I, on the other hand, just use my first and second skills on the minions, simply tapping whatever lights up. For a dog, that's already pretty impressive. Liam clears his own blue buff that invades the enemy's jungle. After successfully stealing their red buff, he heads to the top lane for a gank, then teleports to the bottom lane. He puts his own phone down and takes my little paw, taps it on the small plus sign above my skill icons. When this lights up, tap it, and when I call your name, press this skill, number 3. Then he puts a piece of freeze-dried meat in my mouth. I'm a quick learner. The second Liam yells, "Lulu," my paw slaps down on the ultimate ability. In the game, my character is Yumi, a magical cat who can attach to her allies. Our ADC, seeing Liam arrive, waits for my character to attach to him. He types in the team chat again. "Is this your girlfriend you're carrying? She plays like she's paralyzed." Liam's expression doesn't change, but the viewers in his chat are laughing their heads off. This ADC will never guess that the character attached to his jungler isn't a girl, it's a dog. Surprise, I play League with my dog. This streamer is such a troll. His teammate would lose his mind if he knew the support wasn't even human. What a waste of a team slot. Liam ignores the comments and just plays faster. He takes me with him to clear the jungle, then rushes down the river toward the mid lane. But the enemy Sion is quick to respond. The moment I see Sion's position, I press my third skill to block his ultimate charge, then use my first skill to root him. 6 seconds later, I reattach to Liam. By then, he has already taken down the enemy mid laner and their support who came to help. Sion retreats under his tower, but Liam dives in and finishes him off. Even though our ADC gave up whenever he saw me, we still won the game. As I'm staring at the scores on the final screen, I notice Liam's viewer count has jumped to 1,000. The chat on his monitor is moving too fast to read. He actually won with a dog. One more game. I just got here. I didn't see the dog play. Liam looks over at me, a thoughtful expression on his face. The viewers think he's just teasing them and start sending in donations. Special effects flash across the screen. "Play another game. If you win, I'll send 500 gifted subs." He shifts his gaze from me back to the screen. Reading the comments, he says calmly, "That was just a fluke. She can't really play. Besides, what if we troll our teammates?" The viewers are quicker than him. "Make a custom room. Play a normal game. Then you won't be trolling anyone." Suddenly, a big spender drops a massive donation, and the special effects fill the screen. I let out a sharp woof and put my front paws on his lap. "Woof, woof, woof! One more game! Woof, 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 woof! You'd be an idiot not to take the money." Liam casually starts petting my head. He knows his own dog's personality. He was just angry and said it on a whim, but who would have thought I'd actually get into it? Liam's hand moves from my head to my ear. His long, slender fingers suddenly pinch my ear when I'm not looking. He leans in and whispers, "You haven't, by any chance, become self-aware, have you?" My head freezes. My ears flop down. Dog doesn't understand. Dog isn't listening. Liam chuckles. He turns back to his setup and says loudly, on purpose, "All right, one more game. Let's make some treat money for Lulu." My ears perk right up and my eyes are fixed on him. My paw pets the tablet in front of me. Let's be professional. A dog can play with you, but a dog can't be this skilled on its own. He doesn't see me, his back is turned, but his viewers, with their eagle eyes, see everything. Get Lulu's tablet set up right. It looks like Lulu's paws have trouble with the movement controls. You can buy joysticks for tablets online. Get her one. Liam creates a custom room and it fills up with players in less than 3 seconds. He turns on his mic. Second pick can only play support. She's a beginner. I'll carry. I sniffle. If I were still human and ran into someone like this, I think he was some arrogant guy trying to show off, and the game would be a total loss. The fourth player replies, "Carrying your girl?" Liam stares at me for 2 seconds. His face is covered by a mask, but when I look up, I can clearly see the smile in his eyes. He says to his viewers, "Well, she's not a girl. Our Lulu is a little lady after all." The chat explodes with laughter. Our streamer has really made it. He's carrying a doggy girl in his games now. Amid the jokes, the game begins. This time, I use my paw on the controls to help the mid laner with the minions. It's still difficult without hands, especially since the screen does not always register my taps. Having learned from the last game, Liam takes my tablet after clearing his blue buff, moves my character next to our ADC, then goes back to clearing his jungle. Our ADC this time, a Vayne, knows that the jungler and I are a team, so she's already prepared to play on her own. She clears the minions first, then pokes the enemy Sivir. But Sivir, with her support Soraka healing her, charges back out even with half her health. Vayne is faster at clearing minions and manages to hit Sivir a couple more times. I use my first skill to root Sivir. Vayne follows up with a combo that leaves Sivir with barely any health. Soraka rushes in to heal her. Just as they are about to escape under their tower, Liam charges in with a combo and gets a double kill. But just as he succeeds, the enemy jungler arrives to gank. Our Vayne is low on health and flashes back under the tower to heal. Liam's skills are on cooldown. Right at that moment, I hit level 4. I use my first skill to root the enemy, then my ultimate to attach to Liam, giving him a shield. His health is down to a sliver. The enemy just needs to break my shield to kill him. Just as the enemy jungler dashes forward, I jump off of Liam. My character gets hit and transforms into its passive kitten form. I mash the second skill to keep attacking. When my first skill is ready, I transform back and immediately use my ultimate to jump back onto Liam, giving him another shield. With that extra protection, he manages to kill the enemy jungler with the last bit of his health. I stay attached to him, ready to hitch a ride back to the base. Liam can't wrap his head around what I just did. The moves I just pulled off were not something a dog should be able to do. And because our teammates this game are also very good, we win in just over 10 minutes. In the live stream, the viewer count has already climbed past 1,500, and gift effects are constantly lighting up the screen. Bro, are we going again? One more. Can this dog only play Yuumi? How long did you have to train her to get this good? Can you make a tutorial? Watching this made me kick over my own dog's food bowl. Times have changed. He can't just be a freeloader anymore. Liam looks at the viewer count. Over 1,600 people, a number he's never seen in his stream before. Liam rubs his wrist. He turns on his mic and says, "That's all for today's stream. I'll be back tomorrow at the same time. See ya." He turns off his mic and camera and leans back in his chair, relaxing. I obediently lie on the floor, preparing for his judgment. I got a little carried away back there and almost forgot I'm supposed to be a dog. If he decides to dissect me, that would be a huge loss. About 3 minutes later, Liam takes off his mask and hat, revealing his handsome face. He has a high nose bridge, a sharp jawline, and his messy hair casts a shadow over his eyes. He licks his lips. I swallow hard. What an idiot! With a face like that, why are you trying to be a skill-based streamer? You would have been famous ages ago as an e-boy. While I'm still marveling at Liam's questionable career choices, his playful eyes land on me. I hang my head. Uh-oh, I'm doomed. Liam's eyes curve into a smile, and he gestures for me to come over. Come on, explain this to Daddy. Since when do you know how to play video games? Dog wags tail. Dog doesn't understand. Liam is not moved. He leans back in his gaming chair, running a hand through his hat-flattened hair, giving off a lazy but dangerous vibe. Stop playing dumb. I tried to teach you to press a button for 2 months and you never learned. What happened? Did you suddenly achieve enlightenment, or have you been possessed by aliens trying to take over the world through you? My wagging tail gradually stiffens. Dude, are your words dipped in poison? Seeing that I'm not responding, Liam gets up from his chair. At 6'1", he's quite intimidating to a small dog. He picks me up by the scruff of my neck. My paws land on his knees and I lift my head. My plan is to act cute and get away with it. But I forgot I'm in a dog body. When I lift my head, I accidentally bumped him right below his stomach. A muffled groan escapes his lips. I lie on the floor guiltily. Liam is crouched on the ground, clutching his stomach. After a few seconds, Liam looks at me with a dark, twisted expression and says, "I'm going to take you downstairs and set you up with Mrs. Henderson's little brown poodle." I bark back, "Woof woof, you cruel monster!" Liam doesn't understand dog language, but from the look on his face, he knows I'm cursing him out. I slowly avert my eyes, my head turning towards the ceiling. A soft chuckle comes from his direction. He looks me up and down with a curious gaze like a sly fox eyeing its prey. Let's see how long you can keep up this act. Even though I think my act is flawless, him following me every time I have to go to the bathroom is a little too weird. He watches me so intensely that I can barely pee. But Liam doesn't seem to care. He rests his chin on his hand with a smile, holding a beef jerky stick and occasionally tapping my ear with it. Hurry up! I'm so anxious I start running in circles. As a former human, I still have some issues with relieving myself in front of people. Liam can see my distress. He slowly stands up, tapping the jerky stick against his palm while looking at me, then turns and leaves. I quickly take care of my doggy business. Seeing that he's not coming back, I first patrol the living room, then jump onto the sofa. When Liam comes out of the bathroom, he's only wearing a pair of boxers. As everyone knows, a dog's hearing is very sensitive. The moment I hear the noise, I lift my head and look toward the bathroom door. The instant I see him, my eyes follow every move. A moment later, a towel lands squarely on my face, blocking my view. A clear voice says, "Pervy dog." I immediately bark back, "Woof woof, you're the one not wearing clothes." "Woof, you undressed like that for me to see." "Woof woof woof woof, is there anyone else in this house? For all I know, you're trying to seduce me on purpose." He can't understand me anyway, so I can say whatever I want. I thought he would hurry up and put on some clothes, but I seriously underestimated his shamelessness. He leisurely grabs a can of iced Coke from the fridge and comes to sit next to me. My pervy attitude disappears completely. I press my chin against the sofa cushion, my eyes scanning the room, daring not to look at him. He takes a sip of his Coke and pinches my cheek. "Why did you stop looking?" I bark, "Woof woof! Your pale, skinny body isn't even that nice to look at." Liam finds this amusing. The dog is so nervous, its whole body has gone stiff, yet it's trying to act nonchalant. This whole situation is getting surreal. Thankfully, Liam doesn't probe any further. The next morning, a bunch of packages arrive. I follow him curiously to see what they are. Some are pet supplies, others are new tools for his stream. He unboxes them one by one. Then he lays out everything in front of me. "The viewer said this joystick would be easier for you to use. I bought one for you to try. There are also some programmable buttons. I could never teach you before, but maybe we can try again now." After saying this, a teasing look appears in his eyes. Don't tell me you still don't know how to use them. I just keep wagging my tail. Then from the last box, he pulls out a pet-sized maid outfit.
He rubs his nose, his eyes darting away. "It's for the stream. Don't get the wrong idea." I almost laugh. Seeing him so seriously explain himself to a dog is hilarious. I pat his arm with my paw. "Sigh. Even as a dog, I'm a generous one." That evening, as soon as he starts his stream, viewers flood in. Is this the streamer who plays games with his dog? Liam pulls his hat down. It's not good for a dog to stare at screens for too long, so she can only play 2 games a day. I wag my tail on cue, lying by his leg and letting out a couple of soft barks. I'm wearing a pink plaid dress with the bow clipped to my fur. All I have to do is tilt my head and stick out my little pink tongue to make the chat go crazy. Amid the flood of messages, Liam starts a game. His skills are genuinely good. He can play any jungle character with ease. As the game starts, the viewer's attention shifts from me to the gameplay. I get a little bored and lying on the floor, dramatically looking up at the ceiling. I get so into my act that I start making little arwoo sounds. When I was human, I never dared to be this weird. Now that I'm a dog, I feel like I could walk up to a pile of poop and sniff it without a care in the world. Even in the middle of his game, Liam finds a moment to glance at me. I'm currently rolling around on my back on the floor. After getting a kill in the top lane, he leans down and adjusts the dress covering my belly. You're a lady, you know. Have some decency. Dogs do not speak. I just stick my tongue out and use the opportunity to touch his hand with my paw. As someone with a thing for hands, I've been dying to touch his for a long time. But Liam is just as quick. As I try to pull my paw away, he raises an eyebrow and catches it in his hand. His neatly trimmed fingers lift my paw, revealing the pink pads to the viewers. I thought he was going to show off my cute little paw pads to the viewers, but instead, he flicks the bottom of my paw. Did you wash your feet before you touched me, you smelly little dog? The smug look on my face vanishes instantly. The smile that was on my face suddenly appears on his. Maybe it's because he's in a good mood, but his gameplay gets even better. During a team fight in the mid lane, he masterfully maneuvers his character to get a pentakill. Meanwhile, I sneakily turn my butt towards him. I lift my paw to my nose. The scent is quite complex, a mix of dog food, shampoo, and other random things. Just as I'm about to switch paws and continue my scent investigation, Liam finishes the game. He gently shakes out his wrist and looks at the chat. The chat is full of viewers tattling on me. Bro, I think your dog understands what you say. She's sniffing her little feet, so cute. Aw, she thinks her feet are stinky. Quick, give her some treats to apologize. Liam puts his phone on the desk. But since my back is to him, I don't see his movement. I'm completely focused on figuring out if my feet actually smell. Even as a dog, I want to be a sweet-smelling one. I realize that since I've been in this dog's body, I don't think I've ever had my paws washed. I suddenly feel like I might be a little stinky. As I get up to head to the bathroom, a pair of hands grabs me by the scruff of my neck. A low male voice whispers in my ear, "Where are you going?" Thankfully, I react quickly. I instantly put on my dumb dog face, tilting my head and sticking out my tongue. Liam's eyes scan my face twice, but all he sees is a cute, clueless puppy. Liam isn't in a hurry. He slowly taps my ear with his finger, then picks up the tablet. Want to play a couple of games? I look at him. He looks at me. I bark, "Woof, woof." Idiot. Woof, woof. Are you expecting a dog to answer you? Liam can tell from my expression how badly I'm insulting him, but he just finds the situation more and more interesting. He stares at me with great interest, making my fur stand on end. The viewers in the chat, however, are not in a rush at all. They start chatting among themselves. I must be seeing things. I'm watching a guy negotiate with a dog about playing League of Legends.
Can anyone who speaks dog translate what Lulu just said? In the end, I'm the one who cracks under Liam's intense gaze. I get up and bring him the joystick. He takes it from my mouth. After connecting it and teaming up, he places the tablet by my paws, and the game begins. With the help of the joystick, my control over movement is much better. If you ignore the occasional stumbling, you could hardly tell anything was wrong. As I get to know Liam's playstyle, our synergy improves. Whenever Liam brings his character near me, I skillfully attach to him. By the time the game ends, Liam, as expected, gets the MVP title on the results screen. Clips of me and Liam playing games together are edited and go viral on TikTok. His live stream viewers skyrocket from over 1,000 to over 5,000. But to my surprise, Liam doesn't take advantage of this sudden fame by making me play more games. Instead, over the next few days, he only has me play 1 or 2 games per stream. Many viewers came because they saw our viral clips and were curious. After waiting for 2 days without seeing us play together, the viewer count drops from over 5,000 back down to 2,000. He knows full well that whenever I play, the gift effects could fill his entire screen for the whole stream. From his daily life, it's clear that Liam isn't wealthy. He doesn't even seem to have a social life. If it weren't for his dog, I'm pretty sure he'd grow mold staying in his room.
But even with me only playing occasionally, the number of viewers in Liam's stream is gradually increasing. As more people watch him, he starts streaming for longer hours. One day, after he finishes his stream, he goes to the kitchen and boils 4 eggs, 2 for me, 2 for him. As he eats, he tries to trick me. "You've been acting for so long. Aren't you going to come clean?" I take a big bite of my egg and turn my back to him. He doesn't get annoyed. He just calmly eats his own egg. When he sees that I'm finished, he even pushes the egg on his plate towards me. I look at him warily. Woof, 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 woof. Before I can finish my tirade, Liam picks up the egg from the plate and pops it into his own mouth. "Oh, so you didn't want it?" After eating, he clears the plates, washes up, and turns off the lights. I lie on the soft cushion near his bed while he lies on the bed. To be honest, ever since I started living alone with a man, I've had to use every ounce of my willpower at night to stop myself from being a creep. Especially with a guy like Liam, who is stunningly handsome when he shuts his mouth. Unfortunately, I have all the desire but none of the courage, so I just obediently sleep on my cushion. I don't know how much time has passed, but I smell a very familiar scent. I bark at the bed a few times, but Liam doesn't move. I jump onto the bed and paw at his body, but he remains completely still. I'm starting to feel dizzy and lightheaded myself. I rush to the kitchen. Sure enough, the smell is coming from there. I look up at the stove and see that while the burner isn't lit, the gas knob isn't fully turned off. Liam must have overlooked it when he was cooking. Realizing this, I run to the balcony and use my paws to slide open the window. If the natural gas in the room reaches a certain concentration, it can easily cause an explosion. After doing that, I run back to the bedroom. Liam is lying on the bed, his phone next to him. I use my paw to dig out his phone and desperately try to swipe to the emergency call screen with my paw pad. It's hard for a dog to accurately tap the buttons on a phone screen. After many failed attempts, I finally managed to dial 911. The operator is a woman. 911, what's your emergency? I immediately reply, woof. The operator is clearly not expecting a dog on the other end of the line, but she doesn't hang up. She asks again, hello, is anyone there? I'm getting anxious. Being in this environment is affecting me too. Waves of dizziness and nausea are washing over me. I fight through the discomfort and reply again, woof. Perhaps not wanting to miss a potential emergency, the operator tentatively asks, is someone hurt? I let out 2 barks followed by a series of desperate whimpers. Realizing that I might understand her, the operator says,
If you need an ambulance, bark twice. I quickly bark twice. Is he conscious right now? I mean, is he awake? Bark once if he's awake, twice if he's not. I bark, woof woof. By now, the operator is also amazed. She pulls up the phone's location from the system and dispatches an ambulance. And because the caller is a dog, she figures opening the door might be an issue and contacts the fire department for assistance. She doesn't hang up the phone. As time passes, I start to feel unsteady on my feet. The operator on the other end of the line occasionally says a few words to see if we're still responsive. I lie down next to Liam and nudge his neck with my nose. You should thank me. If it weren't for me, you'd be a headline in the news. Man dies from carbon monoxide poisoning due to an unlit gas stove. Or maybe gas explosion in apartment complex caused by an open valve. As the faint sound of sirens approach from outside, I force myself to get up, walk from the bedroom to the window, and with all my strength, I howl out the window. One long howl after another. The ambulance hasn't even reached the building yet, but my howling has woken up several neighbors. Someone sticks their head out their window and shouts, "Whose dog is barking in the middle of the night? Let people sleep." I ignore them and keep howling. A little while later, the motion sensor lights in our building and the lights inside apartments start turning on one by one. The firefighters had already contacted our building's management, who was waiting at the entrance. They didn't have to check door by door. They quickly located our floor. When the paramedics and firefighters break down the door, the smell of gas inside is so strong it makes them frown. At that moment, I can't hold on any longer. The neighbors I woke up see the big scene with the ambulance and fire truck and crowd around Liam's doorway to watch. I can even see some of them holding up their phones trying to film inside. The firefighters work to dismiss the crowd at the door while rushing into the apartment to turn off the gas valve in the kitchen and open all the windows. I stumble after the paramedics into the bedroom, lick his finger one last time, and then collapse on the floor, completely losing consciousness. For someone who has already died once, I think, getting to stay in this world a little longer is already incredibly lucky. But when I regained consciousness, I smell the distinct scent of hospital disinfectant, and I hear the beeping of a machine. Suddenly, a familiar voice speaks. Do you think Livy will ever wake up?" After a long silence, another voice says, "Don't say that next to her. She can hear you." My emotions surge. That voice. It's my parents' voices. But I feel like I'm trapped in a nightmare, unable to move or speak no matter how hard I struggle. My body won't obey me. I want to wake up, to tell them what happened to me. But all my struggles are for nothing. I can only listen as my dad sighs and comforts my mom. As long as we don't give up, everything will be okay. My mind is a mess. I thought I was dead. Ever since my soul attached to the dog, I never imagined I could still be alive. I had just accepted my fate. But now everything is different. The realization that I'm not dead at all fills me with both sadness and excitement. Then I slowly lose consciousness again. When I wake up, I find myself back in the dog's body. From the looks of it, I'm in a pet hospital. I wonder how Liam is doing. I've heard that carbon monoxide poisoning can easily cause brain damage. At that thought, I lie in my cage and silently pray that Liam hasn't turned into an idiot.
I stay at the pet hospital for a week. I've never felt that being a dog was so hard. A week in a cage nearly drove me into depression. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't return to my own body. Until one day, the bell on the pet hospital door chimes. A shadow falls over my cage. I slowly lift my head and then instantly jump to my feet. A thinner Liam is standing in front of me. He has a faint smile on his face. In that moment, I feel like he's glowing. "Did you miss me?" he asked, his tone still a little cheeky, as if he wasn't the one who almost died. "You look like you've been eating well here. Did you gain some weight?" I bare my teeth at him, but he just gently scratches my chin. "I came to take you home, my little lifesaver." The moment the cage is opened, I leap into his arms and, overcome with emotion, lick his face all over. "Woof, woof, woof.
You have no idea. I'm not dead. Liam doesn't understand dog, but he can feel my excitement. I know you're excited, but my face is reserved for my girlfriend to kiss. Please have some self-respect. I don't want to listen to him, so I press my paw against his mouth. He pulls my paw away. I have to remind you, you haven't washed your feet in a week. I turn around, walk back into the cage, and slam the door shut with my paw. Forget it. Let the world burn. In the end, after Liam expressed his deepest remorse, promised to change his ways, and humbly admitted his mistake, I decided to go home with him. Of course, all of that was just in my imagination, because after I slammed the door, Liam just turned and walked away on his own. As he walked, he asked the vet tech, "How much is her treatment?" The tech replied, "A total of $1,300. Liam looked at me. "How much could I sell her for?" The vet tech looked uncomfortable and glanced towards the door. "Sir, we're the vet, not a pet store. You're—" Liam smirked. "Looks like she doesn't want to come home with me. Maybe she can just stay here and work off the bill." The tech looked alarmed. I pushed open the cage door and jumped out. Liam said, "She's actually pretty famous." Before he can say anything else crazy, I rushed to his side. "Woof woof, shut up and pay the bill." Liam paid with his card and successfully bailed me out of the pet hospital. On the way home, he said, "Even though you saved my life, we have to keep things separate. Money is hard to come by these days. You need to sign an IOU." I barked, "Woof woof, how about I give you a slap across the face instead?" Seeing him like this, I knew he was back to his old self. When we get home, Liam takes out the tablet, and I am ready to bite him. Is he some kind of modern-day slave driver? Now is not the time. He's not thinking of streaming already, is he? But Liam opens up TikTok for me. The title is "Heartwarming Moment of Dog Saving Owner. How great is a dog's love? The ending will make you cry." The video is very well edited with the perfect background music. Halfway through, I turn my head away, my expression like a dead fish. But Liam turns my head back. He points to the part where I licked his finger at the end. "Taking advantage of me, were you?" I am furious. I lunge at him, pinning him to the floor, pressing my paws on his face, and stomping all over him. He covers his face with his arms, letting me do whatever I wanted. Then he suddenly wraps his arms around me and whispers, "Thank you." I've had Lulu since she was a puppy. She's not very smart, and she can be a troublemaker. But I loved her. And so when you started acting in ways that weren't like her, I noticed. I don't believe in supernatural things, but it gave me an answer. "Lulu, is she still alive?" Liam's words leave me silent. I don't know how to answer him because I'm not even sure about anything that had happened. Maybe we swapped souls. A free-spirited dog living in a body that couldn't move, while I took over her free body. Liam took my silence as a confirmation of Lulu's death. He let go of me. I thought so. I hook his clothes with my paw, then I pulled a tablet over, trying to type out an explanation for him. But the more anxious I got, the less I could hit the right letters. In my desperation, I gently take Liam's hand in my mouth and use his finger to type on the keyboard. "I'm not sure if Lulu is still alive. I'm a human." Liam's expression is one of shock. He looks at me in disbelief. He has already come to terms with the idea that I might be some kind of spirit, but he never imagined that a dog's body could hold a human soul. After a lot of effort, I finally managed to explain the whole story to him using the tablet. Liam splashes cold water on his face. He sits on the sofa for a long time, his ears suddenly turning bright red. Even his voice becomes a little unnatural. When I was in the shower. I immediately raise my paw as if swearing an oath to the heavens. Woof, woof, woof. This dog promises not to tell a soul. But his face just gets redder. That night, before his stream, Liam coaches me on our cover story. Videos of you playing games are all over the internet. I'll just say you got carbon monoxide poisoning and it affected your brain. During the stream, you don't have to do anything. Can you play dumb? I tilt my head. Liam nods. Yeah, you don't really have to act. You look pretty dumb just like that. I open my mouth to bite him. The hype in the stream is even bigger than he had imagined. Everyone wants to see the dog that could play video games and saved a life. Is this dog possessed or something? You're all talking about the dog, but am I the only one who cares about the streamer? Oh my God, he's so hot. Liam pulls his hat down. Even if Lulu becomes a little dumb dog, I'll love her for the rest of my life. A viewer comments, "Stop hiding your face, man. Be proud." I'm very grateful to her, so I made her a sign. Another viewer, "Take off your mask. Your face is too good to hide." Liam pretends he didn't see the comments. He takes out a piece of cardboard from beside his computer and wrote 3 big words, "Life-saving doggo." Then, before I could react, he hangs it around my neck. I sleepily lift my head. The chat explodes with laughter. Bro, this is how you repay your hero? The stream's popularity only continues to grow. Everyone is obsessed with Liam's face. But of course, there are also negative comments. Some said the dog playing games was all scripted and the emergency call was just a publicity stunt. Liam immediately bans anyone who posted such comments. The next day, I am lying on the sofa watching TV. Liam comes out of his room with a leash. He stands next to me, his lips moving a few times before he finally clears his throat and says, "I'm taking you out." He fiddles with the leash for a while, then says, "Do you want to put it on yourself?" He held the leash out to me. I give him a cold look and slap the leash to the floor with my paw. I pointed my paw at him and then at myself. He picks it up, licks the corner of his lip, and says, "Sorry." He kneels on the floor, his expression as serious as if he were undertaking a critical mission as he put the leash on me. He doesn't tell me where we're going, just leads me to the car. When the car stops in a hospital parking lot, I stop walking and look up at him. A hint of unease flickers in his eyes. "I thought you might want to come see." I had told Liam the hospital's address, but now I stand frozen, my paw lifting and then dropping back down. He just waits patiently. "Go see her. Since you were able to return to your own body once, there must be a way." Encouraged by Liam, I walk with him into the hospital building, and he knocks on the door of the hospital room. My dad opens the door. His once black hair is now mostly gray, and he looks much more tired than before. When he sees Liam, he looks confused. "Can I help you?" Liam says to my dad, "Hello, sir. I'm Olivia's friend. I came to see her." My dad quickly steps back, looking a bit flustered. Oh, Livy's friend. Come in, come in." Liam leads me inside. "Sir, this is my dog. I've already cleared it with the hospital. She and Olivia have a special connection, so I brought her along." I resist the urge to jump on my dad and walk over to the hospital bed. The person on the bed has her eyes closed. Her face is rosy, her hair and clothes are neat. It's clear she was being well taken care of. This is the first time Liam has seen me, my real self. It is a strange feeling. He can't help but imagine what I would be like if I woke up. Would I be proud, talkative, and a little temperamental, just like I am in the dog's body? My mom sees us come in and quickly pulls out a chair for Liam. "Thank you for coming all this way to see Olivia. I'm sure she would be very happy to know." After saying that, I clearly see my mom turn away and wipe a tear from her eye. I walk over and rub my body against her leg. My mom looks down, and when our eyes met, I quickly look away. I walk towards the bed and put my front paws on it. As I get closer to my own body, I feel a deep, soulful connection. It is as if this dog's body could feel its own soul nearby. The 3 people standing by watch me intently. I stretch my head forward a little more, and the feeling of soul resonance grows stronger. In a place I can't see, my own body's finger twitch. but my parents who were watching closely definitely noticed the small movement. My mom covers her mouth and looks at my dad. When I press my head against my own forehead, a flash of white light filled my vision, and I briefly lose consciousness. Lulu just lowers her head, and when she lifts it again, she launches herself at Liam. A long, whining sound comes from her throat. Liam kneels down, trying to cover Lulu's mouth, but my dad, standing beside him, holds his arm. "It's okay. Let her bark." Did you see that? Olivia's hand moved. For so many days, she's just been lying here, motionless. No matter how much we called her, she never responded. She's reacting. Liam is stunned. He thinks maybe they were just calling the wrong name. The thought makes him can't help but smile. It's a good thing she hasn't woken up. If she had, her parents would have even had a harder time accepting their daughter's sudden change in personality, acting just like a dog.
When I open my eyes, I see my parents gathered around me. They are probably afraid of startling me because they don't even dare to make a sound as they cry. My gaze finally settles on Liam. He's holding Lulu's leash. He waves at me, then leaves the room. That day, my mom cries for a long time. I think about it and decide not to tell them about my strange experience. Before I am discharged, Liam comes to visit again. This time, he sits by my bed, holds out his hand and smiles. Let's introduce ourselves properly. My name is Liam. I am a professional gaming streamer. I shake his hand. Olivia, platinum player. We should play together sometime. After we shake hands, he seems a little awkward. He clenches his hand into a fist before placing it on his lap. Just then, my mom comes in from outside. She picks up a tangerine and places it in Liam's hand. I had a feeling last time. Are you and Olivia dating? Liam is caught off guard by my mom's question. He waves his hands frantically. No, ma'am, we're just friends. My mom says, boyfriend and girlfriend are friends too. I'm very open-minded. Or are you saying my daughter isn't good enough for you? Liam's face turns beet red. Seeing that he can't handle it, I quickly interrupt my mom. Don't be like that. You're going to make it so awkward we can't even be friends. My mom just smiles. We old folks don't meddle in you young people's business. With that, she leaves. Liam is a nothing like the talkative person he was at home. I lean closer to him. You had so much to say at home. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? Or am I just so beautiful that I've stunned you into silence? Liam looks up. You are very beautiful. Now it is my turn to blush. But a strong woman like me would never admit defeat so easily. I hold my head high and say stubbornly, So, you've fallen for my beauty? Want to give it a try? To my surprise, the curve of his lips deepens and he draws out his word. Okay. I freeze. What? He slowly repeats, I said, okay, let's try. I pull the covers over my head, but my hand sneaks out from under the blanket and hooks one of his fingers. Really? He pulls the blanket off me. What, you thought you could see me naked and get away with it so easily? I'm a very conservative man. He barely suppresses his smile and says seriously, prepare to take responsibility for your actions. I hold his hand, my voice a little flirty. How should I take responsibility? He sits up straight, with responsibility, loyalty, and you. I frown. That's it? He looks confused. Question mark? I say, I only saw half. He raises his eyebrow. Are you sure? You definitely touched and licked. I pull my hand out of his hand, my heart pounding. A moment later, I looks into his eyes and say, all right, Mr. Innocent. I'll take responsibility for you. After all, beyond the surface, I trust his character.
When Liam streams again, the viewers are surprised to find that he was always duoing with someone, even if they were on a losing streak. The chat mocks them, but he just smiles and says, "My fault, I'm the noob." The viewers say something is off. Where is the streamer who used to get so angry he'd let his dog play? Liam doesn't say anything, just keeps starting new games. One day, I go to his place. The sound of my key in the lock is instantly detected by Lulu. The moment I step inside, she pounces on me, making me stumble. Maybe because we have swapped bodies, Lulu has a strange emotional connection to me. The first time I visited in my own body, Lulu even brought me her food bowl. I put down the things I'm carrying, open a bag of freeze-dried treats for her, and played with her for a long time. Even after all this time, seeing Lulu's body still gives me the strange feeling of looking at my past self. When Liam comes out with a glass of water, Lulu and I have the exact same expression. We both turn our heads to look at him at the same time. He teases me, "What a shame I don't have my phone. I would have taken a picture to show you just how much you two look alike right now." I go over and give him a playful punch on the chest. Liam wraps his arm around my waist and places a gentle kiss on my forehead. "Throwing yourself at me?" I pinch his ear. "Wrong. It's payment for saving your life." "Well, I'm more than happy to make the payment." Who knows what kind of payment he's talking about?
You made it to the end. You must be a top-tier person. Let me know in the comments what kind of stories you want to hear next so I can pick the best ones just for you. If you would like to hear more stories, make sure to let YouTube know by subscribing. I adore this story because it's so cute. Plus, it's my dream to be a hot guy's pet dog in my next life. I can shamelessly sleep on his pecs and touch his abs with my paws. We post daily story updates from my personal collection. We also have playlists for different types of stories. Check them out. See you tomorrow.